behind Ticket. Yeah. Electronic's just trying to live and delay for time. He just gets melted out of the round. So you are seeing the buy come through, and there is no AWP. So Denavi want to go a little bit more aggressive for this.
So off the break, they have three going into middle. And they're ready and willing to contest. Aggressive push here, Nafany. Are you ready for it? Does draw his weapon. Finds a nice hidey hole. And Hobbit actually ready for Simple's aggressive window peek. Nafany swinging out. It's Axile as well. They're ready for it. Electronic, head on a swivel, finds two.
Save the day again, Electronic.
Again, yeah, multiple rounds he's done this. Not always converted. Perfecto's had his B defense tested previously. But Hobbit with 16 HP should not have a look in. In a dream scenario, he gets this kill and can drop his util. In a realistic scenario, he's cooked. And actually, the fact that they've got the CT rotate under...
It's the right call.
It's a perfect call. And I think Shiro is probably going to get a little lackadaisical with this. He's not going to be...
Is Boomich going to clear?
Holding his flank. He is. And Boomich catches Hobbit, but that's...
see the bomb, though. Might think it's a fake. This is going to call a heavy rotation. Perfecto's leaving the site.
Hobbit, always the lurker this time, but it could be false info.
Oh, no.
And Boomich, booked. Inters will find him. The bomb just pauses.
Biting on this harder now.
They are. And he can completely rotate, hold up the rotate here.
That's heard.
And Perfecto will get it. Profits from the sound cue. Shiro now has a good idea as to where one of them is, and he spotted the cross. Oh, Perfecto. Oh, goes for the plant. It's in Perfecto's interest to wait for his teammate, but it does enable Shiro to set up for a frag. Apartments. Oh, fakes it. Opts for the repeak instead. They're in. They're in, Shiro. He may not be operating under this assumption. They're on the bomb. Doesn't. Oh, he's called the bluff, and they call it for him.
Shiro.
He can deny it. He can deny it. Sees them both. Shiro clutches up again. Magnificent. Such a read on the game.
Duked him right there, didn't he?
Jumps up on the apartment, hoping that perhaps that information is conveyed. Looks for a quick angle. And then has the punish on the smoke diffuse. That is going to break the Na'Vi bank. They'll bring whatever they can into the final round of play, but Gambit have made this game competitive.
I can't believe how hard they bid on that. Boomich getting that kill onto Hobbit, and then Shiro not going for the trade, just standing where he stood and not doing anything. Wins them the round. Obviously, the clutch is the hard part, but the misdirection, Na'Vi chasing their tail.
Nuts. And they love this underpass pressure. It worked twice already. I don't know if the shotgun is the weapon for the job, though.
It's good until this point. After this, some problems for Simple. Electronic aggressive again. He did so much last round. He did so much in the last 2 rounds. And yeah. Gambit looking good for 6. So what does that tell you?
Neither have been converted. Boomich playing with fire here. This is not a fun or favorable duel. Dueling around, juking.
So awkward.
He just wants inters. He's closed the gap a little bit.
Look at this.
And it does eventually reach its logical conclusion. Oh, and Hobbit's even caught bit. This spells like 6. Only Electronic really on jungle. A high flash and a quick duel is his hope. And he has caught Hobbit, the first across. Smokes bloom now. High flash for the CT fight. Perfecto set up for success. And now we do see some blue in the kill feed. Shiro going down. Surely that he gets the D. Gambit closed the gap. 5 rounds in a row. We got a half out of this. And now Na'Vi take to the T side.
Here for Fnatic moving into the second last round. They had a chance to break the economy of Liquid. They still have a chance going into the last round. But this one's not going to be easy. And surely we're going to see a fast play from Fnatic.
Crims and Dennis still stand, and they cannot be counted out at the moment as they are holding on to some pretty dangerous weaponry. They don't have utility to aid them in their eventual push, but what they do have going for them right now is time. They're very spread out at the moment, and Fnatic should be able to get engagement. What is that? Long-range shot connected by Crims. JW is history, and maybe there's a chance now for Fnatic in this round.
Two players now for Fnatic just holding up again. They're waiting for the peaks. Who is going to be the recipient? It is going to be Hiko. That's a big frag. Simple is creeping. They've seen with the AWP now. And a desperate play into B comes in. You see a double smokes in the same place there. Simple just jumping casually into the side. He's going to fall down again. What is this shot from Simple? Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, Simple. That's not allowed. This is not FPL. This is a major. He didn't even... He had one button on his mouse stand. He had one button. There was no zoom.
Na'Vi's T side, and they have a lead. In fact, 3 extra rounds picked up in the first. Now 9-6 it reads. It's our second of the series. Will we see 3? I've got Chad Burchell, our machine, to find out with you, watching wherever you may be. I hope you're comfortable, I hope you're hydrated, and I hope you're happy. Let's get into it. We do start off with the bomb on Boomich's back and a little smattering of utility for Electronic. Everyone else is armored to the 9s.
No vent broken on pistol. That's an interesting one right there.
Certainly. Enables you to essentially ignore middle. Look at Axile posted up, and I think that's all he's interested in. Confirms that there is presence in Hobbit. Oh, he's baited the shot. Really keeping it safe. Another chance for Axile. Perfecto misses his shot as well.
I remember yesterday, Furia really banked on both extremities versus Na'Vi on the CT side. They were heavy in Palace, they were heavy in B apps, and well, Gambit have started out in a similar way on a pistol round, which is unique in itself. Identifying what type of round they're up against is important here.
Just a big pause here from Na'Vi. Nothing special. Nothing particularly strategic. This is just a straight up cut of noise. Simple was spotted Palace. Axile took contact apps, and now, as time passes, bodies start to move through mid.
This is a problem. It looks like an A split through connected with Simple and Electronic coming up late ramp. And Palace. Electronic throwing the nades now to draw attention, but this setup from Gambit is good.
It is perfect, and enough to keep the feet planted of the B defense. Shiro. Oh, great first bullet accuracy. He's taken down one. Confirms there's more. Nose ramps a threat. Hobbit, however, defending him, keeps the Palace player on lock. Boomich in trouble. Nafany's hitting shots. Hobbit makes his last bullet count, and there you have it. Gambit with a spotless defense.
That is ridiculous because Gambit just there walled off the site using Na'Vi smoke against them. They dropped that one so you can't be picked from Firebox or over ticket. It becomes more of an awkward fight. These smokes that get dropped right here just create a wall. So now, even if you wanted to try and isolate the fights, it gives the CT so much to play around, so much to dance around, delay for the rotation. Easy.
It's a bit similar to the smoke we saw Art throwing as a counter on the Mirage T pistol from Na'Vi. I saw a great tutorial from, I think it's Noob Hub if you want to search it on YouTube, but SEO did a quick breakdown of how they actually Furia countered Na'Vi's A execute pistol with a single smoke. So really worth checking out, Noob Hub. Find that if you're interested. Just now it's going to be Glocks and a single Desert Eagle. We've seen this one before, Chad.
We have. Last time he had head armor. This time operating with just the Deagle. So life gets a bit harder, but it is still simple. They're doing the same thing. They're going for the same kind of peaks. Remember, they took Art down here yesterday if you weren't joining us with a P2K. And they tried to swarm into jungle.
We've seen this one before.
It's just like script writers, we didn't want a repeat of yesterday.
Oh, see, we didn't see that before. Simple does fall off before Nafany's head is presented.
All right, well, Shiro with a jump peek. Did spot something there. Definitely spotted a bit more there.
Here they come.
And, well, there they go. One in window control. This time they get a UMP for their troubles.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Axalt will take that straight out of Perfecto's hands as they start to grow colder with every passing second. Simple. Desert Eagle, his weapon of choice. Shiro spotted. No way in for Simple here, hoping to just take a couple of rifles down with him, kicking and screaming. Peeks in, locked down. Gambit sealing the deal and closing that gap. We are getting into the nitty-gritty here. It's going to be AKs, but it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, this is one for Na'Vi. It's important to at least look dangerous, look threatening, try and take some of those guns away from Gambit, get that bomb down. We saw Gambit in the first half. The first 5-6 rounds of play, there was hardly anything threatening. Then the tail end is where they really started to come alive. Na'Vi cannot risk that happening, right? They were gifted the CT side at start. Now they have to close on the T side where they've had all those woes. Aggressive from Nafany now. Jumps out the window. Doesn't commit to the mid control, just over towards connector. Na'Vi are setting up for some very early A action. 3 through Palace.
Yeah, but Hobbit has been the most hyper-aware player I've been watching recently, so let's see if he's in a position to deal with it. Shiro smoked off window. He can provide the overwatch. Oh, he's actually going to try and get the smoke out. That could catch him. Yeah, knife in his hand.
Awkward timings.
Very awkward timing.
Oh,
but here
Hobbit.
he is, once again, head above water. Hobbit refuses to drown to the push. They're both there for electronic spray. More impact from the start.
Oh.
Simple arrives on the scene. And now it is the B defender. Left to overcome quite a tall task. Does he opt to not make sound here? He does. He will take the weapon and actually head over towards the safe.
Well, thank God for Electronic, because this guy's been having so many impactful multi-kills that aren't getting converted on top of. Finally one that gets them across the line here, and Na'Vi will be the first to reach double digits. That was another stressful round, and you bang on about Hobbit. He's so annoying to get past, isn't he? 2 kills out the gates right there. That round almost falling apart for Na'Vi.
Yeah, thank you, Electronic. Thank you, Simple. The 2 players left alive for Na'Vi do enough. A very competitive round, but as we discussed, you know, this was like AKs and some limited util. You really did have to take weapons away. Never mind win the round, they get the bomb down. It's a real shift in momentum for Na'Vi.
Terrorists win.
Down goes the bomb. Intis will preserve all of his goodies. And let's see this one again. So Hobbit catches bit with his line. Perfecto's his next victim, and by that point, Simple just has to go for the drop play. Electronic, they line up for him. He gets all the info. He controls the spray and has it perfectly ready for the head as Nafany touches his keyboard.
That was Shiro and Nafany, right? 2 players have been having massive impact in this. Shiro's the top 15. Nafany's got 12 for his name. Just Hobbit is the
if you don't control the spray as well as Electronic, it doesn't look that easy. You know, that looks like they've given him to. Trust me, he took that by force. Okay, nade towards mid looks promising. Little damage, but they're going fast. Axel flashed off. Boomich takes space. Ladder room is his. Electronic up chair. Mid control is Na'Vi's. What's the step? What's step 2 then?
This is where you consider the B squeeze, right? There's no info possible for the Cat player. That keeps them both pedaled all the way back onto the site. You can see info for the balcony player trying to be held. And Na'Vi are actually gathering the forces back over towards A. They'll just leave Boomich parked up here. He can flank at any point. He can fight window, play for some info, deny that short push as well. And Nafany's gambling B. So the wrong call for the first time for Nafany and what feels like
Don't speak too soon, Chad. He's floated back to jungle. Intis has called apps clear off the flash, and Hobbit again with impact. The Palace Lurk, supposed to be the late arrival of this A pincer, has been taken down, and now watch a power position Hobbit has. Are they flanking? Do I need to worry about my ramp flank? Do I need to worry about Palace as I swing in? Shiro's on default as well. Look at Perfecto. He has to acknowledge that Hobbit has really slowed them down.
Boomich has to do something here. He needs a kill or he needs to go for a play. Find some room. Give Na'Vi something to work with. 1:38 left on the clock. And
pulled Nafany.
Is it enough?
No, it hasn't. God, this guy, he's constantly working it out, solving the puzzle. Boomich in the window swing. Electronic denies it. Great work from the team. Perfecto burns out another. Na'Vi steal an advantage. It is Hobbit. You know he was in Palace. You know he was in Palace. Simple caught. Now the swing. It's good for Electronic. He goes down. Perfecto yet to plant 13 seconds. Now what do you do? Hobbit, such a nuisance, and he's hit the mouse wheel. Another multi-kill from Hobbit, and Gambit snatch a 9th.
Yikes, that is messy. It was looking so good. After that molly kill on the site, you thought they had so much room to work with. But as simple as trying to deal with Palace, he dies from jungle. That allows Hobbit to come out for those peaks to find extra impact. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Like this, when I saw Electronic swinging into Nafany, I thought it was done. Especially the molly kill on site. Shiro burnt down to a crisp. But Hobbit, yeah, that mouse wheel. It's bloody bunny rabbit. He goes high, but no accuracy, and it's cleaned up. Hobbit again.
Yeah, that one is frustrating as hell because it felt like they should have had window control, right? Electronic was there and Boomich, he tried to jump into window. I know he missed it, but you think they would have held on to some territory. They didn't know where to plant, you know, because in that situation, you're worried about the A ramp, you're worried about Palace, you're worried about Connector. The one point that I thought they did have was jungle, and that's where Simple went down from. 9 for Gambit now, and Na'Vi without that plant, staring down the barrel of a partial buy, maybe even an eco. Timeout called. As you can see, top right of your screen, first one was a double OT affair. This one, as close as you like yet again.
Yeah, it's hard to separate these two teams. Gambit definitely, you know, formerly the youngsters, now hanging out with the elders.
Well, they should level things up here, 10 to 10. Just these pistols. That nade is destined for glory. Lots of damage onto Electronic.
Shouldn't be too much to be said about this one. Exiles confirmed our suspicions, and a Desert Eagle and a Dream, a nade to the nose. 3 Deagles in play. Could very well shortly be 2, because that is a very hard line to clear. Exile's on for a very comfortable ace. It's Nafany to deny the hopes there, and there you have it. 10 to 10. Gambit tie it all up, treat themselves to some sidearm upgrades from their adversaries, and we are ready to see if Na'Vi have got any new pages in the strat book they plan to rip out. Because so far, a single round has been posted on their T side, and it was looking so promising. Let's not forget, at one point the score was 9-1?
Yeah.
9-1 to Na'Vi, and then a run of 9 from Na'Vi, from Gambit, excuse me. My brain is on...
Not working today, it's all right. It's a Sunday.
What's wrong with me? It's like I've been casting straight for months.
That's all right. We're going to get the energy for this one. Clean round there from Gambit. It's good going forward. See how clean they can keep this as Nafany searching for information down towards Connector. That is a lot of space, a lot of real estate. They cleared upper apartments as well. The A players know the attack's on.
This is a problem.
Just limping out.
Oh, he limps out of smoke. Something to play around. They've got double nades to deny the plant. Ooh, and Inters gets away with murder, but the fact he's got the info and gotten away, stack nades did come out onto Bit. They nade the corner. Good catch from our camera op. But that is one way to find an opening frag without having to pull the trigger. Bomb's on its way A. Boomich through mid late. And a smoke could not have arrived at any better juncture. They'll just have to respect that.
Oh, is he going through?
Push it.
What is
That's
happening?
a crucial trade from Perfecto. Electronics provided something. The unexpected has worked. And now they will be able to pool their resources for an A retake. The bomb's not
plant.
down. They do need the plant.
Desperately need that money. How aware is Perfecto?
They've got so much util as well on Inters. Perfecto.
He's not going to turn around.
No. Oh, he's still faffing around with weapons. It's a free frag for Nafany. Now, the plant is decent for Boomich. There is a smoke, however, on Nafany, and so that does get really uncomfortable. Fake. They smoked Connector, and he does have a chance now. If he could just find the shot, takes a chance. Grazes Nafany, but it will be Gambit picking themselves up their 11th.
All right, that one right there was a really interesting approach from Na'Vi because the bomb wasn't with them when they were attacking the sites. They were really just trying to find fights to give them an opening into the round, and they struggled to do so. I'm impressed with the fact they got the bomb down there. That was a must-do and not something that Na'Vi traditionally prioritize. This time it's facilitated them another buy if they'd like it, but Nafany's flank, that sealed the deal. And just well handled from Gambit here. Boomich getting frustrated. Scoreline 10 to 11. It's going to be a partial by Scouts, some Deagles, CZ, Tech 9.
I think the frustration is so justifiable when they are as aware as us that it used to read 9 to 1.
Yeah.
Every round Gambit fine just feels like it's reinforcing what the critics are saying.
To be fair, this isn't the Simple show today.
It hasn't been.
He's been having a rough go of it. I think he's gone down to Shiro in head-to-head fights at least 4 or 5 times. We did see Simple win the clutch against him, so that's probably worth a bit more in the scheme of things. But
That's true, and that's spicy. Bit orders us up a little Vindaloo into round 22.
They can get this gun back now. We're cooking with gas.
He kills Nafany. The timing of this kid is just nuts. It's not an accident. Doesn't happen this frequently by accident.
Factor's going through.
Hard shot. Good damage. Good damage. It's just not enough. The punish isn't there. And there's only 3 in play now for Na'Vi. Floating around limbo of spawn. Back where they started with 2 corpses on the battlefield. Bit and Simple forced to watch as potentially another Gambit round is posted. Score reads 5-1 here in the second half.
I didn't even catch that. Nafany juggled back the gun that was dropped. That's why he only has the scout. He not only got away with his life, he denied the rifle.
Oh, good catch, Chad. They've got nothing going for them. Now, Shiro holding this will be flashed off and throws out one of his own for the repeat, just trying to reposition at this point. CTs are in the right place. 18 seconds as Boomich tries to make space, but there's a tiny gap. What has Hobbit found there? Shiro to deny, pushing on in with the USP, just does not want that bomb plant to go down. Gambit looking like the better squad here, Chad.
Yeah, looking like we're on for the 3rd map, and I swear I saw Nafany, he was juggling it. Oh my god. I was like, what is going on? Like,
so as Perfecto was tagging him up, he was
juggling
busy
guns.
juggling.
Yeah. This guy. Yeah, I want to be Nafany for a day.
Yeah.
Because, like, his brain is doing all the right things and he's getting away with the plays that most players would get punished for.
All the things that people that have dedicated their life to Counter-Strike and are watching it are impressed by. You know, like he's doing all the things that you think, you're aware you could have done. He's just doing them all simultaneously. Like aggressive CT maneuvers, electronics ready. Axel hoping for the trade as he throws a couple of bullets down range. It's
Good start for
simple.
Na'Vi.
Here we go. Taking down Shiro in the head-to-head. Nafany, the most impactful of them all.
Can't lose this one.
It should be Na'Vi's round every single day of the week.
I think a blood vessel might implode in someone's head on the Na'Vi side if they lose this round.
Yeah, or a fist goes through the desk.
Boomish's fist already looked like it was a bit bloody before. I don't know what's been going on.
All right then, folks. 70 seconds for Na'Vi just to follow through, go through the motions. There's a little damage inflicted to electronics, so his mid-luck may be a little less potent, but here we go.
So bomb back to A. Nobody there.
Oh, it would be very Gambit if they just gamble B and then save.
Yeah. Their name alone. Before we were calling it gamble stacks and stuff, we used to talk about those type of plays as gambits, right? So very fitting.
Yeah, I think they might be actually hitting us with a straight up playing the percentage here.
Long game here from Gambit again. Surprise, surprise.
Let's not completely cripple our money. The 2 dead players of $6 grand in the bank. A couple of you guys wouldn't be having your dream rifle. So why don't we go ahead and just save Na'Vi by virtue of just those 2 frags. Electronic finding 1, Simple catching Shiro's mid look. And Gambit will just concede.
Well, they both had one of these now, right? You can remember the one in the Na'Vi first half as well. I think it was a 2-on-3 B-bomb site retake, maybe a 2-on-4.
That's right, yeah.
And they did the same thing. It was like they didn't even have a look and it's like, okay, they have this site, that's fine. Like, let's just give it to them. So they both had one of those gimme rounds now, but Na'Vi's has felt few and far between. Now, to be fair, Gambit only came alive at the tail end of that first half. It was 5 on the trot to close it out. Na'Vi have activated. They need to win another gun round and then likely one more after that to break the bank of Gambit and get themselves in touching distance of 16 rounds. Electronic only knows, well, has no idea how close he is really.
All to play for. Na'Vi hunting a 2-0. It's a competitive group, and Na'Vi already have had a couple of slip-ups on the way.
Furia lost yesterday, the 2-0. Furia breaking their drought against Na'Vi. Not even a drought.
Yeah, and
the first time we've seen rain in that series.
The few also implying that map loss to Cloud9. You know, like
yes.
It was a close game. It was a close game. Not quite so much in the third, but regardless, we are into the action. Na'Vi looking for redemption here against Gambit. Conceding the 2-0 in those playoffs.
We were talking about Simple with an average of 29 kills per game against Cloud9. Today, he's been kept honest. The +2 went into double overtime. This one here within regulation hasn't been able to find that classic Simple impact.
He's rocking a boom as well. Good taste. think that was always my dream when the first skins were out.
You wanted that one? You didn't want the
Lightning Strike?
You didn't want that one?
Nah.
A bit cheesy, isn't it?
It was like it was low res when it was released.
That's true.
Never mind in 2021. Hi guys, I've got a 4-pixel PNG.
We're gonna slap it on a gun.
Buy it for hundreds of euros.
Late. This is a Na'Vi classic here. Very late control coming in. Simple run boosting just for good measure. So many nades left for an execute.
Yeah, they've got them all.
They're not going to be light
dude.
on.
Okay, smokes exchanged in connector. I think Nafany's going to try and punish on that. He's tucked himself in and elevated. Ooh, has he been spotted?
Has to.
Yep. Electronic catches him.
Death.
Axel, the fact he's tucked in enables a frag, maybe a second. Yeah, Bits
no.
puts his head in the vice. Oh no, a third! Axel snatches the round from Na'Vi's clutches. Electronic to change things. The bomb's loose. Axel causes chaos from the ladder room.
They can't get the bomb back and get to
No, they
the
can
bomb
if he does
site.
the move. Where's the sweet strafe? Perfecto on B could have really changed things with a frag there, but yeah.
He's just going to save himself.
He has to. It'll be Hobbit. Spots him out, confirms he's still in window. Axel surely not going to get a fourth with his low HP. Doesn't need to. Playing for the team here. And Electronic, he could go down, hunted by two of them. And now time, he'll just tuck in. Doesn't want to be losing his weapon after.
Both teams right there holding on to nades into the very late stages, and Nafany was the opening death in the last 2 rounds. This time they convert it. Bailed out in a big way. Bit just running in here, but felt like he had no idea. Simple, the third man with the AWP. Insane, because at that point with 35 seconds left, they could have still pivoted to A, but they needed to take him down first. And yeah, you're going to be getting mad about that one. You need to be trading 1 for 1 there.
That's going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark. Third map looms as they seal Na'Vi's doom in 24 into our 25th, and Nafany considering his options up mid-aggressive. Just going to lurk in the smoke for now. Boomich will throw some cursory shots. One of them hits straight to the dome.
He's gone down the first 3 times now. Can Gambit recover again? Nafany's impact, we've spoken about it throughout.
Surely. I mean, last time that this happened, last time Nafany got caught like that, it was Shiro's AWP that struggled. Bang. Not this time. Taken down another, and Exile. So perfect. Very precise placement. Catches Boomich just on the edge of the box. Simple's there as well with the bomb, no less. So mid is going to be our priority. Flashes up for Perfecto's peak. It's a lot of their util though, Chad.
Yeah, I don't see how Na'Vi win this one.
But they just got the opening frag.
I know, but it's feeling hopeless. You can see Perfecto struggling on the scoreboard. Simple is being denied any opening. They're not giving it to him, right? They're making sure that it's always a jiggle, a jump, a flash. And Bit as well. He's having a rough game of it too. Electronic has been the only man with multi-kills that feel like they could have impact in changing around. And unless Simple steps up and does something crazy, we probably just see another save.
Yeah, Hobbit could not have arrived at a better juncture. He's being pre-aimed. And the flash is there. Perfect stuff. Set up for success, but Shiro's caught Simple. Not the first time I've said it. Won't be the last. Bomb needs to go A. This is the cross he's holding, and it's such a tight line. Bit in the shoulder. Perfecto vulnerable. Good spray. Bomb plant attempted. Axel can swing in, and it's the easiest frag he's had all game. Gambit overcome the disadvantage. A 4v5 turns 14 for Gambit.
Yeah, this one's done.
Stick a fork in her.
Whack her in the oven. Whatever you want.
I don't know why you're putting something that's done in the oven.
Yeah, well, it's like toast, you know?
Yeah,
it's like
okay,
bread.
sure.
Put it in the toast.
Then you toast it. After you've made it, you toast it.
Yeah. It's a bit of a classic, but yeah, Shiro, I haven't been keeping count, but I said before it was like at least 3 or 4. Now it's at least 5 or 6 times he's just straight up shot Simple, taking him out of the round. They can buy again, Na'Vi, but this T side, Boomich runs, takes some territory, they do nothing. It's feeling like their default almost every round, and they never have an idea of what they want to do if they don't get gifted kills.
Which is what Gambit seem to have put a lot of time into not doing.
Yeah, even though, like I've highlighted it very clearly, even with Nafany going down at the start of the rounds, they're still able to convert because Gambit know when to strike and then they know when to backpedal. And right now, they're set up for success on this map. They're going to stay undefeated in 2021. If they pick up Mirage, it'll be the 4th time. Some big scalps. Virtus Pro, no slouches.
So you've got mid, Na'Vi. You've had mid many times. Let's see how this one deviates. Three CTs here to receive them.
Oh, just as the smoke's fading.
And it's already Nafany catching that jungle presence, keeps them very busy, and Hobbit can collect on the swing. Double, Simple trying his best. Bit provides just the one. It's a 1v3 and only 30 seconds to do it. Denied immediately. Gambit locking it down and looking to secure the third.
Well, the T side was. We thought Dust 2, it was all saved, it was all cured. You know, Na'Vi, it was just a couple of off days. Not the case. Again, only 2 rounds so far on their T side.
Chad, Na'Vi have got a 25% win rate in the last 3 months on Overpass.
Oh,
Losses to Gambit, Liquid, Vitality, and most recently a win in overtime against Cloud9.
yeah, and that's the one where they've brought Bit in as well. So this will only be, I think, Bit's second official on Overpass if we count the one where he stood in for Electronic for a round last year.
So I can say they've got a 100% win rate with Bit on
you
Overpass.
can say that.
I mean, stats can be deceiving, apparently.
Exactly. This is not deceiving by any means. Look at these sprees of rounds. 4, 3, 2 off the break. Electronic, 24 kills. Boomich, 19. The rest of Na'Vi really just struggling for impact. And if you compare that to Gambit, every time we talk about Hobbit, seems like he gets 2. Axel, always good for a trade. Shiro's been good on the AWP. Won that massive clutch in the first half.
Yeah. And I will, you know, you have to point some credit as well just to Inters being the B player with a complete stubbornness to him. I mean, he has been spending most of this second half jumping with a smoke in his hand. So just credit to him for not losing his mind, actually, is where I'm pointing credit to him.
Gonna be a boring job.
He can. Nafany and Shiro are catching and suppressing this mid push. He's even got his knife out, Chad. This is done.
All right. Archon map.
Overpass. It's
Underscore.
spelled O-V-E-R. I think there's a P in there.
Don't forget the DE underscore. Or do you still need that these days?
I think you do.
Either way, we're there. This one here is just another one of these Na'Vi limp out and get picked off one at a time rounds. And with these 3 last alive, that has been the story. As soon as Boomich Electronic are dead, any threat has been taken out from Na'Vi. And it sucks to say, I think we're done. What can they do? Where is the gap? 2 players top mid, Bit working A. Thrust forward. Not given any fights. Has to work hard for this.
Hobbit's always moving. Always jiggling, checking his angles, catching timings. Another one comes so easy to Hobbit. It's the first of the 5 required. Perfecto catches Exile's push. But you know, Gambit do not give you much. Tight line from Nafany, catches the bounding. Perfecto can't shoot while you're jumping. Simple does hit his first. Would need a second. He's got a good idea as to the positions of them, but with 25 seconds, I mean, what is he supposed to do? Great moves.
Parkour.
Enables the recovery of a rifle. B could be the play.
Has to go B now.
seconds. Inters. If you lose your head instantly, it's a chance, but...
Oh, he's playing to deny the plant. Perfect.
Yeah, he's been spotted. Simple's got 5 seconds to plant. He's got it. And just in time to plant the bomb. Can't be denied by Hobbit, but he will be there quick. And Simple trying to change my mind. It's not to be. Gambit have done it. Quite the turnaround on that defensive side. My goodness. That is a 9 CT rounds. We're going to 3, folks. Quick out the server from Na'Vi. Gonna have to stretch their legs. Take a look at the sunshine.
To be honest, I'm really proud to have such a teammate like Shiro. He's doing for team a lot. He can call, he can kill, he can do structure on practice. He can create some tactics. He's communicating really well, and he, of course, every person have like negative parts. One of the negative parts is, of course, sometimes he can like be not like toxic, but he can tilt a bit if we are losing. So that's it. That's it. So from other sides, he's like perfect player. To be honest, we have like all teammates are really great. If we're gonna say Exile, he's the best aimer. We have Inters who can support. He's very calm. He's like a secret weapon in our team. We have such a confident, I would say, and smart IGL. It's not funny. He's young, but he's already doing a lot of stuff. On the final, a lot of IGLs, in my opinion, in the finals, will struggle and will lose his mind games and like play feeling of the game, you know. But Nafani not. He played so confident. He was calm, confident versus Spirit. He was reading every round. So I have the best teammates, to be honest. Shiro, of course, the best one, but other guys is close to him, really close. I would say 1% to Shiro.
Breathing in, breathing out, there's no more room for any doubt. Empty mind, steady hands, just stay close, stick to the plan. I hear them coming, I hear them coming, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. I hear them coming, I hear them coming down, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. Don't give up, don't give in, don't let me down.
So let me just remind you all that this at one point was 9-1 in favor of Navi. And then, of course, it gets run all the way back. Gambit find a very successful rhythm to their rhyme, and they're able to put this one away. Mirage in the books. We got Overpass next to the side of the series. And right off the top, we've got to start talking about Gambit. What they're doing right here, Yanko.
I think it's a little bit more about Navi, what Navi is doing wrong, to be perfectly honest with you. I think, okay, first half, obviously a struggle for Gambit. Navi was getting a couple of good reads on the CT side, played well individually. But Gambit managed to grind out, you know, at least a couple of rounds, so they have something to work with in the second half. And then on the T side of Navi, it just feels like, you know, they're a little bit behind the meta, to be honest.
Being behind the meta, yeah, that's one thing. I also think some of the problem that they ran into there was Simple not able to get into the fight when he really needed to or wanted to. And that really wasn't at his own choosing. Feels like Gambit were just always there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, but they are just, you know, very dynamic of their CT side, active. Navi just plays a lot of default, right? Like there's a lot of ways to counter a default. You know, you can go to play towards the sides of the map. Like we can show it here on the actual map, right? So what happens is if you want to go, you know, you're going mid, you have guys coming through underpass, guys coming from top mid, you have some anchor over on the A bomb site, right? You're smoking off top con, you're smoking off window room, all the standard stuff. So what was Gambit doing? We saw a couple of times they were pushing through B apps, getting information. We saw Hobbit push A apps to get kills, right? And even when they don't do anything in that sense, they just play passive a little bit. Like Navi didn't have good endings to these splits because usually you go up connector, you have someone ramp, apps, right? Window can be a danger for Gambit too in that situation, but they're just, you need a smoke for jungle, for example, every time you want to do this split, right? Navi was trying to split sometimes without smoking off anything, and that way they expose themselves to too many angles, like shadow, they can be close ramp, can be in jungle, right? So there was a lot of issues for Navi where it's, and the problem is you keep doing the same time and time again. Mirage is one of the easiest maps to just fake a default explode. The one round they won, they tried to fake a default, they had 3 guys going out taps. And that was the one round, like the one gun round they won, right? Because what you want to do is, basically, that's it for this segment. But what basically you want to do is, you know, you fake that you're doing a default with just throwing the fast smokes on mid, and then you just hit the site really fast, right? And that's where you just pull. A guy like Nafani, right? The guys were, Chad and Alice were talking about it the whole time. Like, he was always at the right place in the right time. Well, he's moving really fast, right? So if you just pull him away for a second or two with that utility and you hit the side, like you strafe out of apps really fast, he's going to be behind the smoke, not going to be in a good position. You just trade with the anchor on the side and you get yourself in a post-plat situation.